And we gonna knock this out the box. Real easy, real easy.
Make sure it's not a mix-up this time.
Oh yeah, so the running gag every episode is to discern whether or not I've started, and either get Decept to do the intro or I do the intro.
Motherfucker, cute. That's what that is.
Oh my god.
That is.
So I have already announced I'm recording, so you ain't gotta worry about that. So yeah, no worries, no worries. But I'll open it this time because you did it the last. Since you did the last few.
Yeah.
Impromptu in the moment, you know what I'm saying? I got me. Let me stop. Anyway, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the Pop Out Cafe. Something like that. All right. I'm trolling. I have to make it seem like I'm. Look, you guys. I just wanted to be funny, okay? Anyway, welcome back to the podcast. We are here with a special guest today. We have our boy Ignant Rizzy. This has been a long time coming. Really happy to have him here.
Yes, sir. Welcome.
We're gonna talk
Thank you.
We're gonna talk about the beta that just passed over the weekend. All of our experiences. We brought Rizzy on because we wanted to hear his experience. Because you're gonna hear from us anyway at some point if you not see it on our channels, if not his channel as well. But let me stop yapping and let me just pass the mic to Rizzy. Rizzy, talk to the people. Tell them who you are, what you do, all that other good stuff.
Yo, what up? What up? Some of y'all may or may not know me as Ignant Rizzy or Ignant Rizzy X, whatever you prefer. I am a content creator of the fighting game variety. I play all sorts of different fighting games. I primarily dabble within the SNK realm, but you get a little bit of Tekken, a little bit of Street Fighter, a little bit of obscurity every once in a while. But I'm just here to play some games and yell at my camera into the microphone, basically. Make a little music on the side every once in a while when I'm not being lazy. Might hear it in a video or so every once in a while.
Feel that.
Okay. Love to see it. You guys already know everyone else up in here. You know we got my boy Coded up there. We got Decepti Swag. We got Edo. We got me. Reverse intros. It's all good. Let's just get right to it. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. We know what you guys are here for. A lot of talk about the Fate of Fury, City of the Wolves beta. We're gonna open it with Rizzy. Rizzy, can you talk to us about your experience with the beta, how you felt about it, just whatever you got for us.
I had an experience and a half. So it's funny because I had a lot of experience with Mark of the Wolves. So I'm over here thinking, oh, when this joint come out, I'm gonna whoop my friends' ass. I already know faint cancels and things like that. And then you actually touch the game and no. The timing was so difficult at first. It took me a minute to really learn and really get used to how everything felt, because it felt like heavy as hell for a quick minute. But then once you get used to it, you start getting into a flow state and everything. It just felt really good. But still got to get used to certain mechanics like the rev blow and the main one everyone had a problem with, which was the guard cancels and hyper defense and stuff like that. That took me a good minute and I still never got it by the time the beta ended. But aside from the mechanics, that's going to take some getting used to because, it's only a beta, so we didn't really have time to lab or anything like that. I had a lot of fun with the game. The netcode and everything else, on the other hand, yeah, I know we're pretty much going to get into all of that.
Yeah.
But generally, I had a really good experience with the beta. Spent all of my time using Hotaru because she was my main in Mark of the Wolves.
Hotaru boys, we
in here. And my secondary was Preacher because I also like Joe and Muay Thai.
Hey.
But yeah, I played a lot of Hotaru within the entire beta, so had a good time using her. Didn't have a good time fighting certain characters within 5+ frames of rollback, but we'll get into that.
Yeah.
But yeah, all in all, had a lot of fun with this beta, despite the few issues I did have.
Okay. You got something to say to yourself?
I got to play Kane.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he finally got a chance to play the game.
Oh my god! I'm so happy. So, all right. So, overall impressions of the beta. We know it has its faults and stuff, and like we said, we'll get into that. But I had a good time. The mechanics are dope. Leading up to the beta, I was playing Garo, trying to get situated. Like, okay, I'm feeling myself. Like Rizzy, when we got to that game, I was like,
"What is happening?"
Boy, got
this ain't what I practiced. this ain't what I practiced. But it was fun. It was really, really fun. They did a good job of taking some things from Street Fighter and mixing it with Garo and previous Fatal Fury games, and they made it to where it's just familiar enough to SNK fans and Garo fans, just enough to feel comfortable, but also not alienate. I feel like people that aren't necessarily Garo players or SNK oriented folks, it was like just enough where like nobody had a solid standing, but everybody was like, okay, we're all filling it out, and we're all figuring it out. It was fun. I like the JDs, I like the HDs. I haven't landed the hyper defense ones that much. I did it like by accident once, and it was cool. I was like, I need to practice that. But the supers are dope. Everything is flashy. The colors, oh my god, the colors I love colorful games, saturation, all that. Then the music, bro. When you turn the game on, and I heard that, I was like, nah, they got me. It's 10 out of 10 already. The soundtrack got me. I was sold off that. And then big ups to them. The lobbies have their issues, but they gave us back the 14 lobbies. That was the thing I was worried about. We don't want, respectfully, we did not want KO15 lobbies again. And we don't want Sam Show. I was like, give us 14. It don't even got to be exactly 1-for-1. Just do something in that, in that version. And they did. Cool. And they even gave us that little perk with the, what is it, like, whoever makes the lobby gets, like, the crown.
Oh, yeah. You get the king spot.
Kingston was real happy about that. He was like, yeah, you get the king spot. And I was like, oh, that's a nice
streamer
touch.
mode.
Yeah, you get that streamer privilege.
Pretty much.
But yeah, it's presentation, everything was cool. Like the game itself, cool. Obviously, some things need tweaking, but it's a beta. So, as far as the game goes and everything, I had a great time. I had fun.
I want to throw out one extra thing for that. I'm gonna throw in an extra, not really an audible, but in addition to that, I wanted to open with this before you got into it, but I wanted to let you go. You gotta remember, everyone else that's been watching the podcast, you finally got your character. Not only did you get the character announced, but you got to play the character as well. On top of it being during your birthday weekend. What a treat.
Yeah.
That was a treat.
Won the beta.
Yeah.
This man just won.
Facts.
So that's the funny part of it. I won and lost. I won the beta in terms of like getting what I wanted. I lost because I've been sick. That's why I've been sipping tea, cough drops. I've been sick for days now, but I still was trucking through. I'm like, I'm gonna play this beta. I'm gonna
that monkey's paw, bro.
The monkey's paw. I got what I wanted, but some had to give equivalent exchange. But so I was really happy. I was like, yo, they announced Kane. I'm thinking, all right, cool. Beta come out, I'll play like Preacher or somebody, right? We won't see Kane for a while. They were like, nah, he in the beta. I was like, word? You put Kane in the beta for me? Y'all stop trolling me, SNK? Now, I'm gonna be a little bit greedy. If they can give me my actual main, Freeman, if y'all give me Freeman base roster, I'm golden. Hey, Drewski, hands up.
Hands up.
Look, I'm hitting what's his name from God of War. My soul is yours. SNK. I'll give you everything I got.
Freeman, and my life is yours.
My life is yours. All right, but no, all in all, it was fun. It was really fun. I had a good time.
I'll say for me, as someone who didn't play the original Garo, even when this game got announced, I purposely didn't play the whole game because I wanted to see, okay, how would this game feel for somebody who didn't touch the older game, and how would it feel like as a newcomer coming into Garo itself. And I picked it up, and honestly, the gameplay itself, I think, is amazing. I think they did an amazing job for implementing all the systems and the stuff in a way that someone who hasn't played the previous game could easily pick it up and figure it out. I know I saw some people online were having trouble because like there's no training mode and stuff like that, but I think if you were able to just get into like a lobby with your friends and just mash some stuff around and try and figure out like even small like 3-hit combos or whatever, like it was pretty simple to figure out. Okay, you just do button into EX and then let's go from there and finish the combo. It wasn't nothing like the combo structure of the game isn't super crazy that you couldn't figure it out in like a couple, if like an hour or two, if that, you know. Online itself, in terms of like playing randoms, I didn't really do a lot of matchmaking stuff. I mainly just stayed in the lobbies with like Edo, Decept, Kev, and all of them, just to feel out the netcode, feel out the game. The netcode itself felt smooth for the most part. There were some hiccups where like it started chugging a little bit with certain people, which was weird because a lot of people that I played with were like live close to me, but like you still kind of felt a little bit of sluggish and chugging here and there, but obviously it's for the base, the beta, that's to be expected. Presentation wise, the game is beautiful. I'm a Marvel vs. Capcom fan. They took that comic book style from Marvel vs. Capcom 3. They took that, elevated it to 100. I'm like, you know what? My wallet is yours. You need it. I ain't even bad at it. Just do what you gotta do, bro.
Just take my money.
They got it. They already took it. Preacher's the main character I played, and I really had a lot of fun with her. She was probably the most technical character in the beta from what I played. Everybody else was pretty easy to pick up, but Preacher, I don't know. I just felt like it's mainly just because of how her normals felt, how they felt a little bit stubby, so it's a little harder to get stuff started compared to everybody else. But once you did figure it out, she had probably some of the funnest combos in the game that I've seen to watch or do, period. Like, that character is amazing. Then I played Janae. I was like, oh, she just played the game for you. That's crazy. I wasn't aware.
Bro. When we were playing each other, he was playing Preacher, and I was playing. I picked Terry because I just wanted to be stupid, and I just want to turn my brain off and just do burn knuckle EX and crack shoot. And then at some point, he goes, "All right, I had enough." I was like, "What you mean?" He go to character select. And I just hear, dude. I'm like, oh, he chose
Donkey Kong Country, come on.
Yeah, that Donkey Kong Country music came on. He chose Janae. I was like, nah. My fun's over.
She gets you with the looks, and then she keeps you with the plus frames. It's crazy. I don't know how she did it, bro. Yeah.
Throw it back 2 times. I died. It was over.
That character's wild.
The beta itself, I think it could use some work. Obviously, network and connection issues, they could iron those out. Connecting to the lobby, I don't want to give people my social security no more. Honestly, if I could just type their name in, that'd be pretty cool.
You
just murked Rizzy.
I'd be fine with it if you could copy and paste it or something, but like type it every time, like that's a little too much. Just let me type your homie's name in or something. That'd be pretty cool. And some of the menus, you got to go through hoops to get it. Like, I saw people saying you can't invite people from the actual lobby itself. I thought so too, until Decept was like, nah, just click on your profile. I was like, what you mean?
Yeah, you gotta.
Then I could actually go, and I was like, they don't tell you this, and it's a whole bunch of rigmarole. We got to figure something out there. But other than that, beta itself, gameplay wise, the most important thing for me, I think they nailed it. A couple tweaks and they'd be fine. Yeah, it's just everything outside of that could use a little bit of work.
Edo.
I think my overall experience with the beta was pretty good, to say the least. I spent most of my time playing my Ignant and Preacher for the most part, which I had a lot of fun playing those 3 characters. If you ask me how I feel about my, going to take some time to get used to her in this game, but everybody in the beta felt very good and fun. There's not one time that I felt like Rock or Terry are like mad boring or something like that. Like, it just felt like each character had a lot of depth to them to be yet explored. For the online and everything, I spent most of my time in the lobbies with Swag, Coded, ShinKensou, and I didn't have any issues running into like trying to get matches and stuff, but everybody's experience is different. For rank and casual, that's a different story. I tried it out a little bit, and I definitely ran into a lot of rollback issues, especially against console and PC. It definitely felt like there was a little bit of like one-sided here and there, or like, console to PC was just not working correctly as it should. Most of my games felt like It was around 200 ms to like 300, 500 at best.
What?
So it was definitely rough. It was definitely rough. But overall, I had a lot of fun with the game. My only gripe with the game right now is how feints work. They're definitely not A+C anymore for Mark of the Wolves. I think it's what, D and E, or like D and the Rev button now.
Yeah.
So it took me a couple of days to get used to that. I definitely prefer the old way still, but it's just more of just trying to adapt to the changes. I kind of already had that feeling of trying to adapt to the changes back at Evo when we played it. Me and Kensou played it, because that was like the first thing I tried to do was, Kensou, remember, I tried to do Rock's Repukin
Bro,
feint,
we
and I was
spent
like A+C no more. Like,
how many times we went back into the line so many times just to figure out how to break.
it was like
Seriously.
we went back in the line like 3 to 6 times that day, because we just didn't know. And like, even
they didn't even put it in the instructions. It wasn't in
that
part.
Oh hell.
Yeah,
it wasn't
in the
in the
instructions.
instructions. And like at the time, you could tell the game was still somewhat in kind of early phase, especially with like the command list, because when you look at like Rock's moves, what you can feint and break, they didn't tell you. They only had stars of what you can use to break. They didn't have anything about feints. So it's just like, what is the layout for feint? What is the layout for breaking now, you know? So it was definitely a little bit frustrating, but I'm happy that we had the beta to test things out like that. Obviously, I would love a training mode, but again, this beta was for testing the network features and, you know, the servers overall. So I am no big deal or gripe about that. But overall, I had a lot of fun with the beta. It was cool.
Well, I said mine already on YouTube here on my channel, but I'll summarize it. Much like Rizzy, I played Hotaru primarily. I did play a lot of Rock. I did play a good amount of Terry. The only guy I didn't really play much was Kane. But regardless, I had a good time with the characters I did play. I'm going to echo the same thing these guys said. I stayed in the lobbies. I did not touch ranked, casual to save my life. My thing is, I have friends that I can play. I want to play with them and test this out. But I'm not oblivious to people's frustrations with that and their trepidations. That part does suck. But I thought the lobbies worked great. Like 6 setups, 12 players at any given time. That's pretty insane. That's a tournament right there. Excuse me, to be honest with you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So the fact that they've nailed that, to me, in terms of networking, they nailed one half of the online, which is the lobbies. Because for what it's worth, this is 2025. There's going to be lots of online tournaments that are going to happen. And that's one of the main features that also needs to work. And I think that one works probably the best of the online features. Ranked and casual, like I said, I didn't play it, but I've seen so much stuff through Twitter. Even these guys' experiences I've heard from, so I'm more than well aware. It does suck, and I do hope that they do fix that. So that's mostly it for me in terms of online. Gameplay wise, it was just, now I know more, so this game's even more badass. The game was already sick to me playing it at Evo, and then playing it now with it in my hands and I can mess around with stuff. Yes, you guys know I'm a lab monster, so yes, I use my PS5 with my alternate account to dick around and try to figure stuff out, of course. But once I did that and I was able to play these guys some more, it was like, oh man, this game's top notch. And I didn't go back and play Old Garo. I just wanted to just wait once I coded and just play it. And the more I played and the more I kept playing it and figuring stuff out, I'm like, there's layers to this game, and I can't wait to see full release. So from a gameplay perspective, full release. I'm waiting for that. Menus, I'm sort of in the same boat as Coded and some of the other people online. I do think the menus could just be a little bit larger in terms of text, but I think everything so far is like good. The online lobbies that have the in-game mouse cursor, they could just do away with that and just make it so you can just highlight things. I do think that's a nice quality of life change.
Yeah.
That would be a nice quality of life change. Like where we are right now with this game in this beta is like, I know a lot of people being harsh on it, and for good reason. There's a lot more quality of life issues with the game as opposed to like, and I'm not trying to rag on this game, I love it. Sadly, I don't play it as much anymore, but KOF 15 did have its issues. You know, this game is launching with crossplay, solid rollback, you know, way better lobby system than the last set of games that they've made since KOF 14. So like, for me as an SNK fan, I know it's kind of harsh to say it like this, but like I do give them more of a buddy pass with this one, because you can see the effort and which that they're going through with the game to make this game work. Because all the promotion that's been happening, they got Ronaldo. People still kind of forget about that for whatever reason. You know, they have that MMA or boxing match coming up soon for those two boxers that's also advertising the game. Like, there's a lot of money and advertisement. Just there's a lot going on with this. This isn't just a fighting game. This is like, they're trying to make Fatal Fury like a cultural phenomenon. Like, they're trying to make it, I won't say cultural, let's say I guess pop culture phenomenon.
Basically introducing it into the zeitgeist of pop culture, where it was back in the 90s, like trying to reinvigorate that feeling.
So I'm happy to see everything surrounding it. I do think some people are being a little harsh, but rightfully so. I'm not taking away from anyone's experience. I say that all the time. But they're getting it to a point to where it's going to be great. And to round it out, I think the beta was cool. It's just clear there's some quality of life things that need to happen before launch. It may or may not happen. But at the very least, Oda did mention a second beta coming, which is the next thing I want to talk to you guys about, is how you guys feel about a second beta coming. Rizzy, how you feel?
Do it, SNK. Oda, just drop it. As far as the second beta, I think it'd actually be like incredibly necessary, especially if they wanted to fix a couple of the I guess the technical issues with the game, not the gameplay itself, but the things like the lag in the menus and the mouse cursor, and adjust the rollback a little bit more. Because like what Edo said, there were matches that I had where I was getting like 2 to 5, maybe 600 ping. And I don't know if it was because of crossplay or because of distance or whatever it was, but it happened like way more often than it should have.
Yeah.
And even with that, it wasn't really like terrible. Like in some aspects, it was, it was like bearable. But even still, playing certain characters with that high of a ping, and then you add it on to the rollback frames and the delay frames, it can get really bad in certain instances.
Yeah.
And also one thing I do want them to add is a Wi-Fi indicator.
Yes.
I don't know if anyone mentioned that, but I really do think they should add a Wi-Fi indicator. It's cool that you can see who you're playing and in their connection, but at least let us see what they're playing on.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But aside from the technical issues, I wonder if they'll keep the same 8 characters though, or if they'll swap somebody out for other characters.
Rizzy, all right, I'm gonna be that guy for a second.
Yep.
They can't.
Damn.
And you know why, right?
Why is that?
It's the crack.
Yep.
Because it ain't like dude. I'm gonna just I want to address that real quick on notion of this. For what it's worth, this has to be the quickest and easiest crack I have seen for a single fighting game in all of the newest games.
So
it happened during the beta, which was wild.
It was like frame 1 day 1 that you just heard it out there in the wild on Twitter. It's just like, well then, all right, like
y'all were on it.
Dang, y'all was on this like frame 1.
Holy shit.
So it's scary to know. And I guess for those that are watching, this isn't the first game. It happened to Street Fighter. It happened to Tekken. It happened to Grand Blue.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah, I forgot
Yeah.
about Grand Blue.
And then
No, that
Grand
one was
Blue
crazy.
happened.
and Grand Blue was one of the worst cracks. Just for
That
those of you
one was
that
bad.
for those of you that are
I
watching,
don't remember Grand Blue, crazy enough. I actually don't even remember that.
yeah.
Yo.
So Grand Blue had the free version that you could just crack, and it was the full game.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's the
So,
same
like,
thing they do it. What's it? The City of NT. It's the same thing.
Yes.
Yeah, they cracked the
Some
free
file in
version.
and you just got the whole game.
Yeah, and they had the whole game, all the characters, everything. You didn't have to worry.
Like OG Grand Blue, like the first version. Like
No,
Grand
Rising.
Blue.
Rising.
Oh.
Yeah, Grand Blue Rising had that
I
problem.
won't.
Damn.
I won't go in and say how you do it because
Yeah.
I don't want the feds on me. But let's just say it was a little bit too simple.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was bad, and it was all over Twitter. So if they
Yeah.
do it again, I think it should just be the same characters. While it is unfortunate, KOF 15 did this part better, but
Yeah.
and I only say this because they didn't do crossplay. It was just PS4 and PS5, if I recall right. But it was cool that you were able to play some characters in this one, and in the next beta had other characters. So that was cool. But
Yeah.
this time,
Yeah, no, we're gonna keep.
Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and keep the same.
go ahead and run that back. Go ahead and run that back.
Yeah,
go ahead and
just
run
roll
that
it,
back.
roll it again. You know?
One more game. Tighten up the menus. One more game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
doing the second beta, like, because like you mentioned, like Oda mentioned, like, hey, we may not get to everything from this beta, so we're looking into doing the second one. Just go ahead and do it. We got until late April, so we got all of March still. So just go ahead, get what data y'all getting. By the way, anyone watching this, you can still fill out the forms. They don't close till, what did they say, March 4th? I think March 4th around 6:59 West Coast time. So you still could get those forms in. But yeah, just do a second beta. A lot of the issues as far as like with the menus and the lobby, quality of life changes, like Kenzo said, make stuff a lot simpler, streamline things. The less time people are spending trying to figure out how to invite people, the more time they can spend playing. An issue people did bring up were the load times between rounds. It'd be just a black screen. I'm used to that because of KO 14.
Yeah,
That was a KO 14 classic.
Yeah.
That was a classic. You sit
was
there, you see the
there.
little circles spinning, the little shapes. I was like, oh, I'm at home. This is normal for me.
yeah.
I was
14
like,
had that.
14 was the classic with the black screen loading. But I was like, yeah, we got to get past this. Just reduce that time or just completely eliminate that altogether, preferably. But when I played, because like them, I majority of the time spent in lobbies, but towards like this last day, second to last day, I was like, let me hop on casuals and rank, right? My experience, I'm not gonna lie, was pretty good for the most part. Like I faced somebody from South America, it was perfect. Somebody from Europe, it was really good. I faced somebody from NA, horrible. I don't know why, but
Yeah,
it was the weirdest thing.
some of those days during the beta, it definitely felt like that. Cause I'm telling you, like my experience was just like, one day you're fighting someone from like East Europe or something like that. All right, this was really freaking good, and then you get to NA. Why this feels like either it's their PC chugging or it's like what's going on with the the network servers? Like what's going on?
They playing on that PS4, dog. That's the problem.
I swear to God.
Yeah,
That's the problem. Not to cut you off, I do feel, not to shift gears too hard here, I really wish they just left the PS4 alone.
I'm with you on that one, honestly.
We gotta leave it.
Yeah, we gotta let
I'm honestly with you.
we gotta
on
let
that.
it go.
I
We gotta
really
let it
feel-
Let it go, big dog.
These load times was so long too is because it was for this game being made for the PS4. Even is the only reason this game even has load times. Because if it was strictly PC, PS5, those load times would even be here.
That's
it
fact.
would just be fast. But PS4 being how it is, they gotta be in there. But I don't know why. If you playing with someone that's on PS5 to PC or PC to PC, I don't know why the load times are still there.
Yeah, they need to pay
That's something else entirely. They
cut it
gotta
out.
iron out. But
Yeah, but all in all, the tutorial.
Let's talk about
This
that.
is SNK's best tutorial they have made so far.
By far.
Because KOF 15 don't explain nothing.
You
Except
hyper hot.
here's a punch. Here's a super. Jump forward. jump back,
max mode.
Do a short hop. It don't tell you what a short hop is. It don't tell you why you do a short hop or a hyper hop. Or the most important thing about the game, it don't explain nothing. This game, Civil Wars tutorial had video demonstration. Even before you click it, it showed you like a visual, like here's what it's going to be about. And it was kind of in depth. It was a lot. You click it, it explains stuff to you. It gives you examples. It has the prompt on the side. It went step by step by step. Like it really gave you enough for you to understand, okay, this is what this move does. This is why I do this move. This is how it works. It didn't need to go super hyper in depth into like some niche, situations or anything like that. Not, all y'all lab rats, do whatever. Y'all figure that out. But it did what I've complained about SNK not doing with their games for a long time. One of the reasons people couldn't get into the series or like just the genre of SNK fighters, they didn't do a good job of like explaining or making it more welcoming with, hey, here's how the game works. They did that with this. Cool, good job. That I was so happy. That was the first thing I did when I turned the game on. I didn't go play nobody. I went straight to tutorial, and I was like, please let this be something worthwhile. And I saw it had different sections. I was like, this is the best thing I've done. This is the best tutorial ever.
I also was again one of the first ones that booted up tutorial to see what has changed, and I'm almost Swag. This is probably like the best tutorial they've ever put together. I ain't even got to go over it. Like Swag went and checked all the boxes on it.
They did
10 out of 10. They did great to give you a good blueprint of what to do with the game.
Feints, breaks, the high evade, low evades, rev guard, rev blow, overheat, how to get out of overheat. Like it went through everything you would need to know.
Yeah.
The only thing is people complain about is just not playing a certain character. But if you're a rock man, this is the best way for you.
You golden.
The most explored character in all the beta, Rock Howard. Holy. Rock has combos and setup. Like he's the one character that has tech.
That man rock.
Whooping my ass, Jesus.
And even for the tutorial, right? Like you had your classic, and then you had the smart style, which is basically this game's modern mode. Even the modern mode tutorial is super detailed. What you can and can't do. You can't really, if I'm not mistaken, you can't feint in smart style, but
you can't
goes
feint
over everything.
You can't feint or break.
Yeah, like all of that, it tells you what you can and can't do, even with that control scheme. So SNK definitely outdid themselves there with the tutorial. Well done.
Yeah, I think a complaint as far as gameplay I saw, really, because for the most part, generally everyone that's played it, everyone agrees like, yeah, this is fun, either like fun to great, right? The only complaints I've seen that weren't just headassery was it feels old or like, how did they put it, like it doesn't really hold your hand. It feels like an old fighting game, and I think that was their intention, like it's an old style of a fighting game but brought into a new age, and I like that. Like it's not like automatically accessible, like, yeah, you finna go crazy. No,
I think that's been the thing for their games for the longest time, is like it's a new school game retaining the old school feel, like still retaining some level of difficulty, because oh man, I'm gonna do this as nicely as possible to those that don't understand this about SNK games. A lot of the times you'll hear things about execution being too difficult, and when you talk about execution being difficult, they'll just point to Raging Storm and be like, see that pretzel input for Geese? Yeah, that's hard. That's not the pinnacle of execution when it comes to SNK games. Like HD combos in KOF 13, HD combos in 14, HD combos in 15. While all these they all have a degree of difficulty, especially going from character to character. O2UM, like that's that.
Bro,
we don't even gotta talk about
if you think, it's like if you think Raging Storm is the peak of difficulty, like just so you guys understand the quality of life changes that they've done for execution to simplify things, and it's still difficult. In O2UM, you have to manually run after activating.
Activation from
For those that don't understand this, that play Street Fighter 6, this is if you press your crouching medium kick into drive rush and you had to manually dash after pressing the buttons to cancel that move and to manually dash into your confirm.
Yeah, you don't get that much leeway. There is not that much leniency when it like after you connect that hit and then activate, then have to run. Like you have to do it.
You gotta
fast.
go right back into it.
Yeah, you had no breaks. This one is not like KOF. It's not even like KOF 14. Because you know in KOF 15 you get like a quick second and they automatically run.
It's like a freeze for a second. You're like, okay, I did the thing.
15, 14, it was just like max mode, you're gone. Like 14 is like you're out there. Like
you're
get ready to
gone.
press that button. Yeah.
Like O2 UM, you have to do everything on your own.
Yep. So like, and to think for those of you watching, KOF 13 actually made that. They normalized that and made it easier, where your character auto dashes. And you had a lot of old school heads that still love that game and still play it that just manually dash anyway, just because they're just used to it. So they've done a lot of things. Go ahead.
No, I said those dudes are psychos, because there's no way.
Yeah. So it's just as you guys can see, like execution in City of the Wolves is a lot lower. Like they've still lowered the bar for execution in this game in comparison to, I would argue and say, only because I didn't play 14 as heavily, I would say 13 is probably the last of the difficult execution types, because half circle back forward, punch still gives you DP. It still gives you DP in Fatal Fury if I recall right, but I'm just thinking of kill combos and I'm like, man, I have to do all this crazy stuff for kill, and like, I'm a my main in that game, so TK level 2 Shinobi Bachi is like, there's a lot of stuff in that game, you guys, that are like, I know you guys don't know what I'm talking about, but just understand that like they've lowered the barrier constantly with their games to make things still retain somewhat of an old school feel while still having the execution difficulty, because you have people that always say, oh, this is too easy, this is too hard. SNK games still hold on to that. They still retain that. So like if you guys were ever looking for like an executionally difficult game, their games, even the newer ones, including KOF 15, they all still are made that way, including City of the Wolves.
Yeah. I also want to throw this out here. If you're a rock main and you really want to main rock in a full release, just be happy you don't have to do a 360 input for the crowd.
I swear to God.
Just be happy.
I swear to God.
He feels good in this game. He's not bad like in Mark of the Wolves. So it's like,
do you know that when I play him still, I know when I do Rage Run, I still buffer 360. I still do it. Like I remember, I think it was, I played him in the lobby, and Edo with Swag were in there with me, and we're in Discord, and I did Rage Run in the command grab. I was like, wait, you just press a button? They're like, yeah, it's been like that. Since when? They're like, oh, it's 15. I'm like,
it's like, and so it's okay. You want, the command won't hurt you no more. You don't.
You're free. You're free, man. You're like the meme with the handcuffs. Like,
you're home now.
It's crazy. So like, that's what I'm saying. Like those quality of life changes for Rage Run Shift is still neat, and Rock can still do his command grab. Normally, it's just half circle back forward now. So I'm like, wow, y'all, okay, SNK, I appreciate this, and I'm sure other people who do want to play these characters and see, I mean, Rock has always had a lot of cool tech, despite him looking like a basic character. Rock has a lot of really neat stuff about him in his playstyle, so like, simplifying that to help you get to the next step is really good to see. So, in terms of execution, I will retouch base with the feint system. I think, from a systematic standpoint, I think breaks should stay AB. I think feint should be CD. And all the rev actions, so like rev blow, rev guard, that can still be done with the rev button. And I just say screw it. The dodge attack, but just make it a 6 button. Just commit. I think trying to make the players keep hitting because for those that don't know, SNK is very heavily known for dual button inputs. Like AC, BD, AD. Oh, they're like, they just love this Simon. You ever play the game? The little codes. Like, they love that. But I think for simplification, if you're playing on like pad or leverless stick, it did feel a little awkward. Off. Yeah, it felt a little off. Weird. And like, I feel bad because Decept plays on pad and leverless, but I know you're better on pad. But I just felt bad for you knowing that for you to do like certain actions was like I can only imagine trying to do like feints was like a pain in the ass.
It's not gonna.
It was.
And then you too, right, Cody? You also play on pad too, right?
No, I'm not gonna hold you because where am I? Hold on. Like pressing this to feint, like it's actually not that bad when you do it. Like once you get used to it, it's not that bad. But like if you were to switch it to like triangle, circle, CD up here, it'd be way easier than I gotta reach up here to. It's too much.
Yeah,
Like,
Not that for.
I'm glad I switched to this. This is way better.
I'm not gonna hold you. Like, Kensou, no, I was having a rough time trying to adapt.
We kept changing button layouts.
And we went through like what 6 layouts the first night when we first played it, and it's like, cause this is like my third year on leverless, cause I mainly been on stick majority of my life, and so I'm like, okay, if I try stick, it'll be a little bit, different maybe because the buttons are much bigger. My whole issue with leverless is because the buttons are smaller, so it's like I'm getting used to that. But when I try to go for feint and like you have to like position your hand a certain way, stretch your fingers out.
Yeah.
Just like, it
was annoying.
I'm hitting the other buttons. It's so annoying. Like it's just like
we tried it. We tried it on the button on the top, so the default. It felt weird because it's like, okay, we're like this, and then like, all right, let's put on the bottom button. Okay, this feels good, but
bottom
now,
okay,
yeah,
thumb,
but now I got to feint, so it's like I can't.
I'm stretching my fingers.
We're sitting on boys, and as I'm playing, I just hear them two just like scientists trying to figure out the mystery.
Brainstorm.
Yeah, me and Cody just playing. We're
having fun over here.
They were having a good old time, really. We're like, okay, so we need to. Okay, so every time like we're playing, and we're like, bro, I tried the rev guard. Where's your button on the bottom? I
just didn't think.
It's just weird because you're looking to rev guard and it's here, and you're like, okay, now I want to do the overhead actions. Oh, it went from now doing this, now it's this. So it's like, I was like, okay, I can't.
Like you're screwed either way.
Yeah.
Like, but then you can't map rev plus another button, so that kept messing me up. Like I kept missing confirms because I was accidentally pressing like CB or accidentally kept pressing CD. I'm like, oh shit.
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. You know why? Hold on. Oh my gosh. This made me so mad. This is very interesting. When you map A plus C to a button and you press the rev, you will get to do those extra rev actions. So the dodge attacks, they'll work. But if you map C and D together and you press that, you will not feint. You can't feint.
What? He was so mad when he figured that out. He said, "Why is it I can do this, but they still won't let me do this?" Yeah. I was like, "Cause SNK said no. I don't know what you want me to tell you." No,
my man said, "Cause SNK said no."
They said no.
It's dumb because I tried both. I tried because there's two, right? There's the A plus C. And then there's the simultaneous press, which I don't know why they have two things for that. But I tried them all, and I was like, so you mean to tell me I can do the dodge attacks like this, but I can't feint? Do you know how much easier this would be? I would just hit it's like, it would just be a 6-button game. That's it. This is all. I only need this button for this. I don't need it for anything else. I don't mind pressing my buttons any other way.
It's like, why would you show me something if you know I can't have it? Why would you show me?
Bro, the set would tell you. I was so mad.
It was the funniest day. Oh my god, I had a good time.
The whole first day, all you heard me say and call was, A plus C, please. Like, I just want A plus C again. Like, I was just bawling. I was just like, gotta adapt to this, and it doesn't feel right. Like, it doesn't feel good.
I'm a simple man. So like Edo, as he said, he's been playing leverless for about 2 years or so, right? I just started around like late last year, around November or so, right? I copped the hot joint right here, right? It was like $60 some odd. I was like, that'll be my first time, something light. Trial period. It's cool. I like it. I mainly grew up pad. I have arcade stick. I don't like arcade stick because I don't like trying to do motions with the stick because I'm very slow with it. Button pressing, I'm cool with. Doing quick motions, I can't do it. So this was better. But it's kind of awkward for me, right? So when we're playing, I'm playing mainly that. I've been hardcore doing this, and I'm like, it's still not doing it for me because like I know what I want to do, I can't do it. Feints, I just completely ignored that. I'm like, I'm not gonna do no feints. I'm not even gonna try. I'm not gonna rack my brain. These two going insane. I don't care that much. I don't care that much.
did one feint during the beta. Like the times that I played, I don't think you did one feint.
I never did.
You never used it at all.
Because why would I know how to. I can break my ass off. I can do that. Breaks was clean. I can tell you them breaks was clean. I can do them breaks.
Yeah, like breaks was fine.
He said A plus B. Oh, we got those.
I got those.
Yeah, this still feels the same. Let's go.
But the good thing, so it was like I think it was like that day before the last day of the beta, and Kensou, we were sitting there, boys, and Kensou just goes, you know what, to sell it. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I think you better off just sticking with pad. And I was like, yeah, because I mainly like playing on PS3. I don't use the PS5 controller, and I have a PS4 controller. But I was like, I don't like it either. The PS3 goated controller, but I didn't have any. I was thinking about buying something. He was like, you know what? You need to check out, maybe this controller. And some of the other homies was giving suggestions. And I was like, all right. And I ended up going with this Hori joint, the Commander joint with the, Jury. I'm a fake fan. I don't really care about Jury, but it was on sale. Let's feel me today. Hey, I'll be a Jury fan today, but it was on sale, and I was like, all right, I'll cop this, try it out, and if I like it, then I'll eventually upgrade to the the big boy joints, right? So I get it, and I'm playing City of the Wolves, and I could do the feints. I'm like, yo, this is way easy. I can actually do it, cause what is it like? Cause Rev is what, right trigger? Is it right bumper?
R1.
Yeah, it's R1. It's R1 and Y. The buttons are here. I just do it there.
That's why I told you get the 6 button. That's why I told you the 6 button.
Yeah. So like, I'm like, oh, I'm set. I'm Gucci. Y'all figure out your issues.
All control scheme for controller itself, like pad, I think it's kind of comfortable. It's fine.
Yeah. I even tested it on like a regular controller too. It's more comfortable than leverless or even arcade stick, I would say.
That's like when I heard them going through it, I'm like, damn.
Couldn't be me.
It all goes back. It all goes back to them two being we over here having fun.
Yo, my man hit the
Illuminati.
Yeah.
Like that's what they was just having fun. Like what? Like, and meanwhile, me and Cuz like, what are we supposed to do here? Like, help me out.
I'm not gonna lie. There's definitely was the meme where like the people just sitting doing the math on the screen. We're just like,
they just look at the schematics like, all right, now what if we arrange this
like yeah, it's true. They were definitely having fun with it. It's I just think that they need to just add macros. It was like you said, Rizzy, just add the macros and then wait. What were you playing on, Rizzy, for your playtime?
Nah, I played on Levelist. Cause I was right there with you.
I see. You understand it. You understand it.
He understand our pain.
Yeah, it's that's probably the only other gripe I have. Like just overall, like just extra. Like I get it. I think why they didn't do it is because they figured if they added like macros for feint, there'd be no reason to play smart style. I could see that being a case for some people, but I don't care about that, man. They gonna be all right. Just let them feint, man. I say bumpers, just let them feint.
Question about this actually, because Rome made a tweet. Shout out to Rome. He made a tweet and he goes, "Okay, you guys want to hear streaming a hot take about City of the Wolves, right?" He goes, "I kind of wish it was a 6-button fighter." 3 punches, 3 kicks, and then he says that way you can mitigate the need for macros and give characters a few extra normals. EX moves can be light kick MK, while feints MK HK. Rev guard can be HP HK. And then he said thoughts. So like
heavy punch, heavy kick.
Yeah, heavy punch, heavy kick for rev guard. Feints could be medium kick, heavy kick. However you arrange it. But he was saying basically if it was a 6-button fighter, maybe that would remedy that situation.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I don't think we need extra buttons. Like the game's too late in its life for extra attacks.
Like extra normals. Like
for normals. You can add command normals at some point, but like I was saying the same thing, just make it a 6-button fighter. Just have the rev button So the heavy punch would be the rev button, and then your dodge attack could be where heavy kick is. This way everything's laid out for you. You don't have to think. You already have light punch, light kick, heavy kick. Okay, cool. This is how you move everything across the board. So A plus B to break, C D to feint. For rev blow, I would do heavy punch and the rev button. This way, it's just okay. You want to make it ergonomic.
Yeah, I've thought about this a lot.
Yeah. Nah, I'm honestly with you on that because I really thought it would have been something like the rev blow would have been rev plus a button, but it was CD. So that kept messing me up.
Yeah, bro, I didn't even use a freaking rev blow that much when I played.
Neither did I.
It was funny because like now that we're talking about it, and I'm thinking back at Evo last year when me and Kensou played it. We found out breaking, but like feints, we didn't find out the input for feint until like the very last day of Evo, and that was when like all of us were going home from the event, you know. And when I heard about it being tied to the rev button and is D&E, I was like, I'm sitting here in my chair. I'm like, so you mean to tell me I'm using my hand like that, like. Like, oh, that's gonna feel so bad. And like the beta comes, I already knew what was yet to come. It was just like, all right, bro. Like,
I blame Koichi. I'm sorry, big dog. I know. So for those that don't know, one of their reps, and I'm pretty sure he's battle design or somewhere on battle design, is Koichi. If you don't know Koichi is one of the best Enos in Guilty Gear. And I'm pretty sure that was him that I saw at Evo.
He did work on that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's who I saw at Evo. I'm like, I reckon that because I mean he's done a lot of commentary. And I'm like, why are you over here with Street Fighter? That's a different story. He does work for SNK. I can, for the most part, confirm that. And I was like, wow. When I thought about the execution, I'm like, he's an Eno player, and Eno players just they have a horn boner for execution. So. But I think that's just a big issue with SNK right now. Is it's still good to have the double button, the 2-button things. Just I'm totally down for a 6-button fighter. Just move the rev here, dodge attacks here, problem solved. Because the dodge attacks are essentially the extra normals anyway, and you have them with neutral and down. Because one gives you the overhead, one gives you some. I don't know
it's
if
like an anti-air.
Yeah, I don't know if Hotaru's is anti-air or not.
Is it supposed to be an anti-air? Because that's how I was using it, and it worked every time.
Yeah.
Were you able to use that?
Just don't have.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't
Like
think has an actual anti-air. Like she just has the elbow. Like she don't have nothing else unless you want a DP. But like,
True.
Like some characters have one for anti-airs and some aren't. Like I know Terry's down, low dodge attack is like the uppercut.
Rizzy, you were playing Hotaru. Was Hotaru's down dodge actually anti-air?
I have a clip I put on Twitter today. There was a rock that kept jumping in on me, and that's all I did, and it worked every time. Oh. So I'm like, what?
Okay. Now I have more confidence, you guys. Sorry. When I saw that move, I was like, I don't know what I'm using this for.
Yeah, I'll link it to you. Wait a minute. Let me find this real quick.
I think I started trying it when people started jumping because I couldn't get DPs out consistently for whatever reason on my pad. It was just not coming out. So then I started using it when people jumped on me. I was like, oh, this works every time consistently. There's got to be an anti-air. There's no stuff away from me to use it.
It's gonna be one today.
I'm gonna send it to your DM.
Okay.
I just found it funny. Hataru's low dodge attack. She hitting you with the lean back.
Yeah, she hit you with the lean back.
That animation is crazy.
My homie called that shit the trump kick.
I don't know what to use it for. Your guess was as good as mine. When I saw it, I was like, is this like a footsie tool? What am I supposed to use this for?
You know, I'm putting it in a group.
Yeah, we could take a look at it.
Did the joint want to upload?
Maybe that'll be a thing they change.
I hope so.
In the next beta. That would be interesting. Because I think that was a collective agreement amongst people that macros for this. That was a common theme I saw with everyone. Like the gameplay, didn't like the gameplay, SNK fan, Capcom fan, in between, whatever. Everyone collectively was like, yeah, We need macros for this. At least give us that, like macros for that at least. Like everything else, everybody split whatever. But this one, like collectively, everybody was like, macros, please for this.
Yeah,
Just
this
give
would
us
be
that.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that everywhere during the weekend. People wanted more macros.
Yeah. I definitely saw that a lot.
Make one for Rev Blow. Part of me doesn't think they'll do it for feints just because of how important feints are to the game in terms of like pressure and combos. I don't think they're gonna make you be able to set that to a macro.
Yeah,
Rev blows and stuff like that. I could see them just putting that on a button or something like that.
So that's what I was thinking over time, where I'm like, macro for feint would be cool, but I think they already thought of not doing that because it would just be too strong, because like Cody said, it's a huge part of this game. And say if you have it tied to a macro, it just I think it'd just be too strong for certain characters. So I think that's what SNK thought. Like, yeah, we don't really.
But some characters damage itself is just locked behind feints as well. Like Preacher,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, Preacher don't even hit that hard for real. Then I looked at Twitter, they said, hey yo, feint this, break that set.
Oh,
I just sent y'all the clip.
Okay.
You're right.
I'll edit this in.
Oh.
Sure. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
that's good.
That little finger gun, so he's a little point.
Yeah, word.
Oh, wow.
It wild
I didn't
punishes.
even peep that until your video.
that definitely.
It did a wild punish. Yo. Thank you,
That's
Rizzy.
such a weird looking move.
That's what.
She leaned back with that point. She's like, ooh, got you.
I don't know if anyone ever seen Seinfeld, but there's a character named Elaine, and she can't dance. And when she tries to dance, she does a weird kick. Like it's referenced in last like League of Legends. I think KO does the dance too. But when I look at Hotaru do this, and she leans back, it reminds me of Elaine dancing when she leans
so
back.
mad at you for this reference.
You know what
I
I'm
did
talking
notice
I
that
know
she
exactly
she
what you're
does
talking
point.
about.
Hey.
Like, she does the point and kick her leg out like Elaine does. So I just see it and I just see that. I'm like,
Oh my god.
that's such a odd. It's funny. Like I want them to keep that animation. It's hilarious. But I would be pissed if I'm fighting you and I get wild punished from that and I die. I die because you.
That's right. Get back.
Like that. I was like,
Hey,
what?
she leaning back like, hey, you're a little too close, man.
I hope
lean
God
back.
does something like that.
Lean back.
That's right. Oh, okay. I have the well, it's not the ultimate, but it's definitely one of the questions that I've been waiting to ask all podcasts. Most hated character to fight. Most hated character to fight. I will open.
I got my answer.
Terry. I'm gonna give you Terry, and I'm gonna give you Kane.
Yes.
Whoa!
Whoa! No, don't you Crash Bandicoot me, you Mario Maker producer. No.
I thought it was like this. I thought it was like this. What happened? We both said Terry. Everybody was gonna probably say we was like this, and then you threw me out.
Kine and Terry gotta go.
I
It's because of this man next to me. This man,
I have different characters right now. Well, one of them right now. Terry and Hotaru.
What you say fuck us for?
I'm sorry.
That command grab too fast.
I'm sorry,
That
Rizzy.
command grab is
That's
too
on me.
Oh, no, that's because of Kensou.
That's because of
Yeah,
him
that's-
down there.
Oh.
Because that command grab
This
is
man.
too fast. Like
What you want me to tell you? I got a command grab.
I
Hold up. You get
I
mad
probably-
damage if you hold up. I kind of die for it.
Terry is like, why? Like playing so many Terrys.
Oh, we unga bunga. We
just going out the gate round start.
It's
Terry-
no crack shoot. Guess what? I'm plus now. Wait, what? What do you mean?
Nah, the Terry down players are insane right now.
Yes.
There is no
Yes.
way y'all are saying this man is bad.
yeah. You're not gonna lie to me,
Bro, like literally, oh my gosh, bro. I fought 5 Terrors during like rank round start. Crack shoot, Bernie knuckle, crack shoot, round start, and it's just like, whoa, like we're just doing this out the gate. Like, oh, okay, all right, you got it.
It's funny when
Terry players a menace.
Who you got, Rizzy?
It's funny.
Say what?
Who you got? Who you got?
Nah, I got Terry.
Okay.
Like I am with y'all with Terry. Like I didn't have many issues fighting Kane because I didn't fight many that were that good.
Yeah.
My other main issue was Vox until I got used to the way he spaces his normals. Everybody else was just like whatever. It was just like 50-50 playing against them. But Terry, no.
We all go with it. We out
like
here
nah, bro. Why can you confirm far standing C into bullshit? Like brother,
Yeah.
You know,
far standing C. Like man,
I said this. Now, mind you, this is gonna be on the channel very soon, you guys. The exhibition set, because I did play the Regime Royale. Shout outs to Rome for that. Big ups to Rome, 100%. I always love playing Coach Steve, but man, I was doing so good, and then EX Burn Knuckle happened, and I'm like, okay, cool. And then he does special cancel to crack shot, and I'm like,
Yep.
Maybe you are negative here. Oh, counter hit.
I got counter hit almost every time, and I'm sitting here. You guys ever, I do this a lot unintentionally, but I do it just because it's just a thing I do, right? If you ever seen Samurai Champloo, you know the intro Mugen.
Yeah.
I got hit by that.
It was funny watching it. So he was streaming it, and I'm watching. And as I'm watching him, and he would get hit. It was one point you got hit. Y'all traded counter hit, but it went in his favor. And I watched you get hit every time, and you would go, okay. And you saying, okay. And I sat there and I thought to myself, you know damn well that was bullshit what just happened to you. It wasn't okay. It wasn't okay.
So
you know good hell.
There was one instance in particular, Rizzy. The one that sent me over the edge.
Like Mob Psycho, that number was going up. I could tell.
99. We at that brink right there. Like,
I was bro. I'm playing an exhibition, so I know how to keep my emotions down. But the one that just put me over the top was like last round, last hit, whatever, right? He does EX crack shot. I'm like, called it. Here it comes. I jump back with him, and I hit JD, right?
calculated.
Wild punish.
Yo.
What? I timed my hit perfectly to hit this dude. Shout out to Coach Steve. And I died like he did a whole. I'm like, I had all this HP. He did full combo, and I died. I was like, so I died off of a random crack shot that I knew was coming. Even if I JD'd this, in my mind, I was like, and after it happened, I should have just JD guard canceled. But then I thought to myself, oh, that's right, I don't have training mode. So I can't just practice this. In addition, if I was able to just practice EX burn knuckle into EX crack shot, guard cancel, some kind of punish, all right, we good. We can mitigate that, which I gotta say it. Please, Beta 2, just add a training mode. I know you don't need it. 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 Just let it be there. Because
even if it's just to let us have something to do while we're waiting on matches, just like something.
Just give it
Something.
to us,
something. Like
like the whole like definition of Terry in this game, it felt like was just, oh, we just gonna keep going. Like that's what it was. Like it was just like, okay, when does it stop? Like
I did that with Coded. I just picked Terry. I was just going Unga Bunga, and I did EX into EX. Oh, we traded that EX again. Keep her going. Just keep buying. We're gonna one of these gonna hit.
I'm playing. And my homie Soul is like, y'all gonna let him keep doing this? I'm like, what you want me to do? Like, what am I gonna do?
At one point, I was sleeping, and at one point, I heard Cody go, I don't even know what's happening right now.
I don't. The set has this mode where I like to call it Jesus take the wheel, and he just sits in the passenger side and just lets whatever happen. I don't even think he knows what he's pressing. He just presses it, and I get hit every time.
Just like cause like when I play Kane and other characters, I think like when I play fighting games, I think cool, but I like to have fun, so I'll pick characters that I don't really know how to play, but just enough, and I just turn my brain off. I know how to do EX crack shoot. I know how to do burn knuckle. That's all I needed. Round start, EX burn knuckle.
It just so happened that's what every other Terry needed too.
It just so happened that's all you needed, because guess what? EX crack shoot plus frames.
Yeah, the moment they block, I learned that quick too. I was like, oh, so if I block this, he's plus. I can't press. And then the worst part is like when you block it, you block the crack shoot, you're like, okay, can I press now? Then they start doing his records, feint, do other stuff. It's like, I can't press during none of this. I think there's like one opportunity you can press, but even then it's like
it's 50-50.
Yeah,
and if he has SPG, then it's like rev blow,
yeah. And then like, oh, I'm gonna grab you. Like it's just too. It's a lot of stuff, and it's like, Terry, what are we doing?
I'm happy he's good. Don't get it twisted. Like for those that are watching, don't get it twisted. That character came a long way in Mark of the Wolves. Trust. He went from like C tier to eventually like B tier as the game progressed, and he's pretty mid tier if I recall right about now, right, for Mark of the Wolves. So. But like this game is like you tack on his run speed,
and Rock is even better than him. That's the crazy part.
You know, I'm gonna be that guy. I'm gonna be that guy.
I think Rock is scary.
Rock is better than Terry, yes, but what Rizzy said cannot be ignored. Far C being special cancelable has to be one of the biggest buffs to that character in any fighting game he's ever been in. And then his crouching C, I don't care what anyone says.
Watch this.
Until full release, that button is unwith punishable.
Y'all want to see me trigger Edo? Edo.
Yo, my man.
Rock man run into low. We have a friend named Ghost. And Ghost was playing Rock. But he didn't play with us right away. He was doing the tutorial. And he was there for a long time. I didn't think nothing of it. Then when I played him, mind you, for the first time, I'm like, how the fuck you know these combos already? And I was like, you sat in the tutorial, didn't you? He said, yeah. And he was doing all these combos. I was like, oh my God. I didn't think of that. This was the first day. I didn't think of people doing that. So when he played Edo, he just kept doing the command run, low, boom, boom, boom. He was sick.
Bro, it is like, I'm over here trying to adapt to Mai in this game. I'm like, okay, I'm trying to adapt to her. BJN is like, all right, cool. Everything feels the same with her, so it's like, all right, we cooling, but I just got to get used to the system. Pretty sure I'm like, all right, I need some more time with her, or whatever. It's still a beta. That I'm sorry, Kenzo. Everyone who watched that damn low, I tried to punish every time I blocked it. I just died for it. I tried to get the timing down to JD, and I just couldn't. And I'm like, why does he get all of this off of this damn low?
Pro tag.
I didn't think that was really that big a buff for him.
Pro tag privilege.
When I saw that they gave him a low from his command run, all I thought was, cool. He didn't have that before. That's dope. I did not know it would lead to this.
You know why it leads to that?
Rock. I like Rock. I play him in 15 and in 14.
Yeah, it leads to that because Dunk's not overhead.
Yeah.
Dunk's not overhead anymore. It's just a move.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, because I did it. I tested this stuff, and I'm like, oh, that's why the low's so good. Because Dunk is just a combo tool now. It used to be, all right, it's either Dunk into Rage Run, or side swap into command grab. Yeah. Now it's like low into swap, command grab. Which
he can combo into the grab.
Yes.
He can combo. Yes,
that's new. He can combo into the grab.
I saw it happen. Yes. I laughed so hard. I was like, "Yo, they really took what everyone said about him sucking in his own games and
juiced him up in this.
And juiced him up.
I didn't see combo that. What the hell?
I
saw it on Twitter.
He can combo command grab. He can
combo command grab. Yes.
And not like, oh, they didn't react. No, combo. You ain't nothing you can do. Combo.
You see that number go from 3 hits to 4?
There is no reset on here. There's no reset on the hit counter. No, it is a combo.
It's a combo.
And his command grab hurts.
and it gives you a wall bounce. The EX.
Yeah, the EX is a wall bounce.
Yeah.
Like it gives you the wall bounce, so you can still keep going. And it's like
He needs it.
That's why
I'm not even mad,
bro.
but like
That's why when I saw what they did, I was like, SNK, I've seen what you did for Rock. If you can do something like this for Freeman, if you could do something like this for my guy, because Freeman sucks in Garo.
Yeah.
He sucks.
Yeah, he sucks.
He doesn't work.
He sucks.
I have clips of him sucking.
Yeah.
His super doesn't work.
Hey, yo.
He's just a bug character.
His super doesn't work.
Like
I was watching him stream. He
Shut up, Rizzy. I heard what you said.
What's up,
All
Cody?
right, I got clips of him sucking. All right, take that what you will. Clip that out of context. I don't care. He's terrible. So I'm like, yo, if you can make
I
Rock
promise I'm an adult.
this dumb, if you can make Rock this dumb, just do half of what you did for Freeman. You do half of that.
I can just imagine.
It's
Freeman.
like, yo,
I can just imagine Freeman.
I love that character, but God, he's terrible.
That clip still sends me. This man Decep hit somebody with that counter. It grabbed them. And he just walked away.
He just
I was like,
away.
I was like, where'd the animation go?
He walked to the other side of the stage. Like it triggered the effect, and all you saw was Freeman just walk to the other side of the stage. It
Like,
was
my
just
man
like,
said, nah, I'm gonna do my own thing. I'm like, I hit you with a super.
I'm
You
thing.
gonna do my like, nah.
I'm gonna do my own
I really
thing.
feel
I'm
like-
gonna just do me. I mean, I know you inputted that, but I'm
gonna
gonna
get
do
hit
me.
by this move today. I'm gonna go over here. Okay.
God,
That's
he
wild.
sucks.
But
Yeah, he sucks.
Yeah.
we do have. Go ahead.
Best part. I was just gonna say the best part about all this is like we had this much fun and we didn't even have the whole cast.
Not for
Yeah.
real though.
There was a lot of people that wanted to play Marco. There was a lot of people I know that wanted to play
I
Marco.
thought he would
I'm
be in
one
here.
of
I'm
those
not gonna
people.
lie.
I'm kind of glad he wasn't.
I honestly thought it would have been him instead of Kane. Like Kane being it shocked me because I really did think it was gonna be Marco.
I thought it would be Marco or T-Zoc.
Yeah.
And like, but yeah, I was shocked. I knew Mai was gonna be in. I knew that.
I thought it was cool that Hotaru was playable because we didn't see anything regarding like Hotaru since
Her and BJ,
Early-
to be
Her and
honest.
BJ.
yeah, like early Evo Japan of last year with Hotaru and T-Zoc and Bijanet. We haven't seen since
Yeah,
the
now I
trailer.
think
So it was
about
cool
it.
that they added them.
From the Evo build, none of them were there except for Rock. No, Preacher. So
Yeah, it
it
was
was Rock,
It was
Terry.
Rock, Preacher, Terry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are three
And-
originals, and then the rest
And
are.
Hotaru and T-Zoc.
No, Hotaru wasn't playable in.
Oh yeah.
Evo
she
build.
Evo
was.
Japan.
Oh.
Yeah, Evo Japan. She was
Oh,
because that's
Evo
where.
Japan. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's where she had the step kick loop in the corner.
Then you go and bring that
People
back.
found that out.
Then you go and bring that back. I don't know if it's still there, but bring it back. I don't care how. Just
You
bring
see
it
my
back.
face right now, right? Guys, you see my face, right? I'm gonna just pick up Hotaru. It's all right.
Yeah, I told you, she's good. She's so good.
You got it.
But I was going to say, so with all that, yeah, I do agree. We had a lot of fun with those characters. Now, remaining roster, I'm going to assume everyone here avoided the leaks as much as possible on Twitter because they were pretty ham. So,
Yeah, I've avoided
I've been trying.
all leaks. I have avoided it. I'm good so far. I'm clean. I'm good.
actually, let's talk about. I mean, we can kind of keep going. We got a little bit more time. DLC Pack 1. How we feeling about that?
I think that's fire.
I'm with it.
That's right. We have two Joe players in here, so of course you guys are, especially this.
Joe's
know,
glasses
you know,
looks
you know-
hilarious. I'm not gonna lie.
You know, Joe got the Zenny sponsor now. He got the Zenny optical sponsor. You know, he got that on his choice now.
sponsor. Oh man.
Joe got the glasses, so he gotta represent for his sponsors. Andy, they I don't know who in charge of the Andy PR team. They have been putting in work for him ever since 14. Andy, first he looks like a model in KOF 15. They made him beautiful, hair luscious. And then now in this game, he looks cool. Like I'm like, yo, they cut his hair. He got like the swoop, the little bang. Like, who was the PR team for him? Like they going crazy. He got like they updated his costume, like not like a crazy degree, but just enough with the gauntlets and stuff. I'm like, yo,
Yeah, that you can.
he looks
still recognize.
fire.
It's still Andy. Yeah.
I will say that I
it's
really
fire.
do wish they gave him a suit though. that he has in the poster.
Oh yeah.
I wish they would have gave him that, but I am cool
Maybe
with
they make it
how
like
they
an
redid
ultimate
him.
costume.
Probably.
Yeah. I was thinking Joe was gonna have the tracksuit. Remember that art?
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna have that.
Yeah, the teaser for
DLC.
Yeah,
they're in the making.
yeah.
DLC. It's coming. I have a feeling that was coming.
I didn't expect the was it Mr. Biggs? I didn't expect him, and then they made him look older, which I like. I thought that was a cool touch. But now I'm curious. I'm curious now because they included him, and that's the Art of Fighting character. So I'm really, really hoping at some point we get like Ryo, but like Mr. Karate or something.
Mr. Karate would be dope.
Yes.
That'd
That would be cool. Like, I hope what they do is like he be a secret boss in the game when you playing through the game, like an arcade or whatever mode.
The ELC mode and stuff.
Yeah, like in the old Fatal Free games where like you beat whatever enemies perfect, no deaths, no nothing.
Yeah, dream
he's
match.
like a secret boss. Yeah, if they do that with him, where he shows up with the Tengu mask or just his black outfit, and you beat him, you unlock him, that'd be fire. That would be fire. But yeah, this season one pass, I think it's dope. I guess their mindset was, all right, we introduced a bunch of new characters, base roster or whatever. Season one pass, we're gonna give a lot of the OG folks what they want. They want Andy, they want Joe. You know, we'll even reach further back and grab Mr. Big because I have seen people ask about him. You know, some people want him in K-Wealth, some people are hoping he get put in this. Cool, and then that gives people hope. Like maybe we'll get Dunk King, you know, next in the next season pass.
I'm still waiting.
And of course, we got Chun and Ken. Thank God they did not put Ryu bum ass in this game. I do not like Ryu.
It makes a lot more sense in this game though, with Ken and Chun being
the rivals.
Terry and
rivals.
That make a lot more sense.
A lot more sense. I'm happy with that. So this 10 out of 10 pass to me. I ain't gonna lie. 10 out of 10. This was a perfect pass. Like season one to kick it off, I think this is fire.
And I think it's cool that we don't actually have to pay for the pass itself, but don't have to pay for Joe and Andy.
Yeah,
considering they're like OG characters.
Yeah, SNK is doing the same thing like they did with Sam Show 2019 the season pass, which is really good. Yeah.
Because the season pass is basically included in the game, like with the price.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we get all those characters just essentially included. Like once you buy the game,
at that point it's justified. You know, instead of like, all right, it's a $60 game plus a $25, $30 season pass. Sure, you get stages and whatnot, but it's like that's where a lot of fighting game like fans and enthusiasts get frustrated. Where like, bro, I already done spent $60. Now I got to spend another $30. Well, you see, deluxe edition is $150, where you get these statues. I feel you, dog. But I don't know if I'm gonna run that. You know, like
yeah, it's cool that they did like this. Where like, season one included essentially in the price that you paid.
It's all baked in. That's dope. That's really dope.
Yeah, that's fine. I wonder how they're gonna play.
I'm more so concerned about Mr. Big than anyone else.
Yeah, I think
because
I'm more looking forward to how Mr. Big is gonna play.
Rizzy, did you play Battle Coliseum?
I played a little bit of it.
Okay.
Not much.
Okay, so I was gonna say he's pretty OD in that game.
Is he?
I've watched Rome stream it once or twice. I'm well aware.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So imagine he has essentially Mize 2A and current Mize 5C, which would be the equivalent to, I guess, for you, because I know you're gonna know when I say it. It's Kane's 5C, but with 2 times the range, because he's swinging that baton. And that baton is kind of
baton.
Oh man,
I love good normals, man. I love big buttons.
You might end up liking him.
That's all I need to hear.
I'm worried about, and when I say worried, in the sense that like how strong he's gonna be, because he's never really been bad. Even in KOF 96, he's not bad. Hey, he's just never really been bad. So I don't know about 98. I don't know. I know 96 is pretty good, and Battle Coliseum is pretty good. So hopefully they keep up that trend. But Maybe they will, because from what I can tell so far, and I think that's the neat thing about the game so far, like when I think about characters' kits, I'm gonna use Duck King for this example. Duck ain't really been that good. His best performance is KOF 11, like period. He's playable, but like
He's there.
he's there.
I'm gonna say he's there.
Yeah, like he's on the character select screen, therefore you can't select him. He's not just a background character. But like he's never really been, I don't know, the kit's cool, but it's never as cohesive. And I think that's one of the neat things about the Wolves is like when you look at people's kits, like it didn't make sense at first for me with Hotaru, but when I started putting it together, I'm like, oh man, hold on, like it just works.
I felt the same way, honestly, because I was thinking I was gonna end up using Preacher a lot more because of the way Hotaru's kit works. But it's like you just said, you had to really see how you got to put certain things together and see how things work. And it became a lot easier as the weekend progressed.
Yeah.
And then for like in 5D, that was OD as hell. on Wild Punish, I should say. But yeah, Hotaru ended up being a lot of fun when you really learn how to combine the things within her kit. I will say that.
Yeah, because it was a bit of a throw off. I'm sure it was a throw off for you too, that like the reflect kick wasn't the break cancel move.
Yeah.
So I was like, wait, I can't do this? This used to be like free launch and to die.
Was.
And now they're like, well, it sort of is, but you gotta do this first. It's like, oh, so there's a requirement.
Yeah, you gotta do like a close heavy or something like that.
Yeah. Which, I mean, for what it's worth, like, and that's the thing I'm getting at here is that, like, when you think about how you can go EX to EX to EX or whatever, right, and even to rev blow, it's like, oh, so I don't know. I'm excited to see how Mr. Big plays, because I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna most likely play Andy a little bit, because the thing about Andy low key always has swag combos, like low key, right? So like I could imagine how his kit's gonna work in this game with like, you know, lunge kick feint. I don't know. I get the feeling they might do some slick stuff with him, and I'm gonna call it now. He might have break cancelable all special moves, to be honest with you. Probably maybe not fireball, but at least like DP, lunge kick, and maybe elbow. I can see all those moves being like break cancel and like opening up some pretty neat doors for combos. So like, and I'm thinking about Joe. And let me stop. Let me stop.
Andy can already break lunge kick in KOF.
Yeah. I'm just thinking, I don't know, when I think about all the other characters in like Fatal Fury that could fit in this system, it's like I'm crossing my fingers for Duck King. I'm holding out hope for Hanfu, but that's
I forgot about
Hanfu. Yeah,
everyone does. It's okay.
That's why I said there's a lot of people that comes into my comment section in my videos really wanting Duck King. So yeah,
he's a cool character. I mean, like I get it.
I have nothing against it. I'm down with him returning. He needs to be in more games.
Ghost calls him a final fight. What do you call a final fight lackey? I'm like, I get it, man. He's I mean, no, don't get me wrong. I get it. But like when I'm like, bro, you just gotta see him in the game. He's like, I get it, but I'm like, look at him. He got like, I don't know. To me, Duck King just oozes style. Like, and granted, yeah, he does represent kind of like past Fatal Fury 1, be more precise, because Fatal Fury 1 he's pretty whack, but Fatal Fury 2, when they gave him the jacket, you know, he got the big concert stage, I'm like, he's just Vanilla Ice from the 90s, literally. It's Vanilla Ice with a freaking mohawk. How can you go wrong? He represents hip-hop in that time frame. But I hope if they do bring him in, and I'm just crossing my fingers, I think he already has a cool visual style from like even KOF 11 still looks pretty cool. But just some kind of variation of that would be really, really slick for this game if they do put him in. Again, I'm just holding out. I'm holding out for Duck King and Hanfu. My thought process on getting Tung Furu's bald head ass in the game ain't never gonna happen. That's just wishful thinking. Someone mod him in there, please. Take him from KOF 14 if you got to. Just mod him in the game. I don't care how you do it. I will play modded Tung Furu just for shits and giggles, but
I would too.
You know.
They ain't letting Roshi back in this game.
Who are you looking forward to?
Yeah, Tung Fu is one of them.
Oh, Ty, Tongue boys.
He's definitely one.
You be alright. You be alright. You be alright.
What's not looking for? Yuri, I was hoping since we get talking about Art of Fighting characters, I want Yuri there since she's one of my KOF mains.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Her stage look dope. The gym.
Yeah, the gym.
Yeah. And she sponsors Joe. Like he has her.
Yeah, it's like a
on
little
his shorts.
sponsor badge. Yeah, it's really cool.
That'd be dope, and to see her older and to see how much she progressed since Art of Fighting, that'd be cool. Shit. Do I have anybody else? Oh, Jay Hoon. That's like my last actual character. Yeah, Jay Hoon.
They put the other brother.
Yeah, y'all can't separate the brothers.
Yeah, I've been saying this. Yeah, both the bros have to make it into the game. Yeah, it just wouldn't feel right. It just wouldn't.
That's kind of why I was surprised he wasn't in season 1. To be honest, I was like, all right, y'all put Dong on the base roster, cool. Put Jae-hoon in season 1, it'd be straight. Jae-hoon said, catch the next bus. I don't know if you're doing that.
Catch the next bus.
Yeah, but then again, like we still have since Kane got announced, we got 3 more characters now, right? That's left.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jae-hoon gonna be in the first bus. He there.
We're close to the final stretch.
Yeah.
Jae-hoon's on that bus.
I'm just trying to walk people down with Dong, bro. I'm just waiting.
Oh, with the animation, with
The knee slap, I need him.
The knee slapper.
Like a knee slapper.
Listen,
That's hilarious. That character's hilarious. I need him.
I'm holding out hope for Jae-hoon to make it. I'm pretty sure, my pretty sures that are coming, I think we all agree Hoka Tomorrow's most likely there.
I want Hoka Tomorrow. I've been saying this. I don't particularly care about playing him. I just like the character. I want him to look like Zeku from Street Fighter 5. I think he'll look like that, like his design, because he'll be older. He'll be because in Garo he's 14, so he'll be 16 in this. If it's a 2-year gap, right? I want him to look like Madara from Naruto with longer hair.
This guy
with the ninja outfit. He can still be goofy, but make him a little bit taller. But just make the trope is gonna be he looks serious, but then he's still gonna be goofy. That's what I want. I want him to be older and be maybe he's more mature, being with Andy No, he's still goofy, but he's like a teenager now. But his hair is longer, and he got the scarf or whatever. Because he had a scarf, so just make him kind of like Zeku, like young Zeku. They do that, I think that would be a cool design. I'm telling y'all, when they show his trailer, he looks like that. I'm gonna go on Twitter and say, "I told you so."
We're gonna refer back to this podcast.
Oh,
just
trust.
Don't get him the goddamn Jinfei forehead like they did in Garo. Don't give him big forehead.
I'm not gonna lie.
5-head going on.
The 5-head definitely go crazy. I'm not gonna.
The 5-head is insane. This 5-head is insane. With the bark tips and hairline, we gotta clean that up.
I would say Hokuzumaru most likely will make it just because of the voice line teasers in the very first trailer, and everything just been lining up to be real with that. We got Gato finally, we got Kane. So it's the only character from that teaser, the very first teaser trailer for Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves, is Hokuzumaru. Everyone else has been revealed so far. Yeah. So he's coming eventually, most likely. So other two for me probably Jae-hoon or Freeman, and I would love Yamazaki or Blue Mary.
No.
I heard Yamazaki. I got PTSD.
hey, listen, I'm all for Yamazaki coming back.
He gotta got the coat on, bro.
He gotta come through with the fur. I'm just saying.
Coat on.
I'm just saying, I'm cool with that. I'm looking forward to the rest. The only audible I'll throw out there, and I do think this might happen. You can't get rid of Geese. Nightmare Geese is coming.
I'm with you. He's coming. He already has a stage. Technically,
True.
Well, not even technically. He has a stage there already.
He has a stage. Yeah.
They do show Geese Tower in one of the
the pre-order screenshots.
In the pre-order.
Rizzy, have I told you my theory about Geese?
Nah,
Okay, have you seen Villain Saga?
I have not.
Okay. Basically, long story short, my theory is that this was going to happen to satisfy both sides: people that want Geese back, and then people that don't want him back because of story reasons. This is how they remedy this. They'll bring Geese back, Nightmare Geese, whatever you want to call him, but he's still dead. So basically, his spirit, ghost, whatever, bloodline, he talks to Rock through the game, like he's trying to influence him, but he never comes back to life. But only Rock sees him in all of that stuff. It's like he's a ghost. Like they can actually make that canonical Nightmare Geese. Like it's an actual thing, not a dream. Like, oh, what if? No, like that way you get Geese playable, give him a skin where he don't look like a zombie, and then there you go. That way he stays dead. The Nightmare Geese thing is canon. It makes their storyline. Rock can stop being an edgelord with, oh, my blood boils. We can have that payoff. Everything works. Everyone wins. You get the playable character. It makes sense story-wise. Why does my blood... watch out for my blood rage. Like, we can actually have that new...
Maximum impact. Maximum...
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. Now, if...
That's my theory. Like, that's what I think they're gonna do. I don't think they'll bring him back to life like on some Dragon Balls type stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm for it. Like, I'm not gonna lie. If Geese is in the roster, y'all gonna see me lose it.
like, they're gonna bring Geese back. Like, we all know.
I think it's inevitable to be.
Yeah.
Bison
y'all
back,
think they're gonna
Heihachi back.
Y'all think they're bringing Grant back in any way?
No.
Nah.
Honestly, it's possible.
There's always possibilities and chances, but I don't think so.
I feel that way mostly because of some of Vox's win quotes. Some of Vox's win quotes feel like there's a lot of small tidbits I've been noticing about this game.
There's a lot of mystery behind that character, behind Vox. I'm not gonna hold you. That's what leaves me, like, because I've said it many times in my videos when it comes to Vox, like, it leaves me very excited to see Vox's like backstory and like where he's at now, and like how they're gonna progress him along with the story with Kane, or Kane or Kane. Like, I don't know. It's just so many mysteries with him, and even with Rock. Like, because of outro dialogues.
He has like some of the outro dialogues between him and Rock is like, nah, dude,
it's really,
there's no way you're telling this to Rock. And then there's other things he says to like Kind. It's just like, you sure? So based on some of those lines,
you on his side type stuff, like
some of those lines kind of make me think that there's some things I think that are coming. Grant might be one of them. In my
There's
mind,
a lot we don't know about the story. That's the number one thing they've been quiet about is the story. They haven't really said anything about the story.
Yeah, they've been very like quiet. We haven't even seen much of the ELST mode like that. Like, they just been very quiet, and I'm just excited to see how everything is going to play out. Where they're going to pick up from the cliffhangers of Market of Wolves and just push forward for City of Wolves. Like, I'm just very excited. Like, it's definitely exciting. That's all I'm gonna say. It's definitely exciting for me. So,
when do y'all think we're gonna see a trailer for the next character though?
I was thinking about that a few minutes ago.
Cause when we were talking, you was like, yeah, we got 3 characters left, and I'm like, damn, wait a minute, we still got 3 characters left. Wait, we got like
March is Saturday, and the game comes out in like
late April, like 21st of April. I'm like, so y'all should start rolling out these character trailers in the next coming week or so, either with a beta announcement or after, or
I can't.
3 characters.
I don't remember the date for SWC, SNK World Championships. I couldn't remember last year the date.
It's March something. It was right. It was 2 weeks. It was 2 weeks after Capcom Cup.
Yeah,
it was like early March.
I think we're going to start getting info on SWC sometime early March, and I think we're going to see the rest of the roster at the event.
At this point, just drop all 3 characters, because I don't think
no other big event like that going around or going right now.
Right, which is why I'm saying, like, at this stage in the game, releases like like Rizzy said, we're pretty much 6 to 8 weeks away at this point for full launch.
Yeah.
You need to let people know who's left at this point.
Yeah.
I don't see at this point, because of the beta, I don't see a point to releasing them one by one anymore. People are getting a taste of the game now. Let us know what's left, because the excitement part is sort of, I don't think like the excitement's still there, but like just show us the rest of the roster at this point. Like
do a big trailer or something.
Yeah, just do a big trailer with the last remaining characters.
Like a launch trailer, big final
Yeah,
trailer.
like a launch trailer with these characters. This is the last one, and then boom, this is when the game comes out, blah blah, and then
you can release everybody individual stuff after.
Yeah.
If you want to, yeah.
Like, I think that's what they're going to do, because like I said, there's no other event happening around this time, honestly, and we don't know info on SWC right now, and so my only like guess will be at that event, unless if there's gonna be another PlayStation State of Play popping up randomly. Like,
I doubt it.
You know, like I doubt that's gonna happen. You know.
Yeah.
But I'm putting my money on SWC.
I'm with it.
On SNK, that'd be random as hell with it.
Yeah.
Tuesday night, like, hey, here are 2 characters, and then the last one is coming at the end of March or something like that.
Yeah, like Donghorn was like what, Evo Fronts?
Evo
Fronts.
Yeah,
and we were like,
that's some random side event that nobody paid attention to or whatever. And be like, okay, I guess.
Woke up the next morning like, what the hell you mean Dawn got released or revealed?
Yeah.
it was fun because
that's one of the few things. Not to cut you off. That's one of the few things like we have been doing is just try, especially Swag and Edo, like being around for all the events, since all the announcements have been at the events. So it's like, who else with nothing left? SWC, State of Play.
Yeah.
What do you like? I don't know. Like I said, at this point, I'm just like, you've already done enough events. I feel like events are nice for your announcements, especially when you have a large audience. But I think it's crunch time, and like the characters are the least of people's concerns now. Like, that's why I think that they should have, personal opinion, they should have put out all the character trailers before the first beta, so people can be well informed on who's there. And like if the game, or in this case, if the beta wasn't as great for whatever reason, which most people like the beta, just matchmaking, it would have been a lot easier to kind of get people involved with other characters that are not on the base roster right now. Like, because if you think about it, and I thought personally this is a little ass backwards. You announced the very first DLC trailer before finishing the base roster. That was a little awkward. I don't think I've ever seen that, actually.
I also want to add on to that, because there were recent interviews. Yakuzuki Oda came out and said, like, look, we're planning to reveal the whole season pass around this time, like March, late April. That's why, like, the Evo Wars, I was like, okay, it ain't March, it ain't April, you know. But like, I remember the interview saying that, like, we're planning to just release everything, you know, get people a taste of, like, okay, this is the season pass, just get that out the way. So I'm like, okay, I'm preparing like March, April, trying to get my guesses ready and stuff. February hits. Okay. Now it just makes I think to me, it makes the last 3 a lot more interesting to guess who it will be now, since we know. But I also will have to agree, it definitely is kind of awkward that we're so early. It was still early in the phases, not at the release date yet, and we already know the season pass right now.
Well, I wonder if they did it because it was leaked, but I doubt it.
Nah,
that was like way too fast.
Yeah, I feel like I know it did get leaked, but right after it got leaked, they showed it off.
Yeah.
So yeah. I think that was planned. Obviously not planned to get leaked, but the other part of it, yeah.
Yeah, planned to get shown off. Yeah. I just want the
rest of the roster at this point. like at this point, even with the wish list of characters, I only care about two things now: finish up the last of the roster and just tighten up the online and the menus, and just prepare for as smooth of a launch as possible.
Yeah,
because that's kind of where I want to send this off. Is like we need that now. 15 was, for those that don't know watching this, you can do your research. 15 was the second highest played game on Steam for the first 2 to 3 months of that game's life. KOF 15. Look it up. It's true.
It was, yeah.
All that's hurt that game was matchmaking. Sure, we can argue about the semantics of the tutorial and all the stuff like that, but the fact of the matter is people were playing it very heavily. So this game can have that same effect. It just needs to have the best launch possible. Because so far, of all the fighting games that have launched in recent times, I'd argue the only one that had a weak launch, that's mainstream, but well, I guess the big games, was like Mortal Kombat. I think that's the only launch that was weak. Street Fighter was good. Tekken was good. Under Night was good, but overshadowed.
Under Night, yeah.
Yeah, it was just overshadowed. Bad timing.
It had its PC issues, but they rectified that within a week, which was great. So that helped the launch a good bit. Grand Blue had a good launch. So it's like minus, all right, so we had 1.5, kind of not the greatest, but we don't want this game to be within the 1.5. We want this game to be top-notch launch. Like, any quality of life changes they can just do along the way, just do it along their DLC roadmap. That's fine. Just, man, I can't stress y'all. I want that launch to be flawless. And like, as minimal complaints as possible. As minimal complaints as possible.
Yeah. We all want that.
Oh boy.
But
yeah, as long as they fix matchmaking, they'd be fine. Because I was watching some videos earlier, and people still think KOF 15 matchmaking broken, even though it's fixed at this point. So it's like,
I ain't gonna say nothing.
Yeah, for the record,
Rizzy, they just need to fix that, bro.
Every time we bring that up, without letting the Seb go super ham, and for those of you watching, we talk about this every so often about that website and the person that made that. And even though they fixed the matchmaking, they never took the site down. So the people who are aware of it still go to it and assume, well, it doesn't work without going to play it, because obviously one of the biggest problems in our community with SNK games is we don't have that many content creators kind of reminding people these things work, etc., etc. So that didn't help at all. And Sep definitely has some choice words for that website and maybe even that individual.
Yeah.
Damn.
So that's definitely not something we want. We don't want. I would be definitely livid knowing that person would do the same for this game, because we live in a time where people don't always care about something, and if sometimes their enjoyment is watching people be, suffer. Yeah. So knowing SNK has somewhat of a track record, unfortunately, for missteps on launch, because the games, I think most people agree universally from what I've seen online and socials, the SNK games are fire, but it's always like one thing or two things that just throw people away from it. And yeah, I'm just praying.
I think the biggest one this time is going to be the matchmaking and the load times or the black screen.
Yeah,
I think those are like the biggest issues. I think the gameplay is fine.
Yeah.
Although I do think the red blow should be adjusted a little bit.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think gameplay wise the game would be fun, like perfectly fine. It's just everything else that comes with it.
Yeah.
And the content, the jukebox and the color editor. I think all of that's gonna be great.
Yeah.
It's just those few things.
They'll just spruce up the netcode and matchmaking, and we'll be straight. We'll be.
It's definitely just small little, like, matchmaking is huge for all of us for this moment, for this game. But it definitely, when you just look at the beta, there's a lot of just small little tweaks here and there that they just have to get right before the launch of the game. So yeah, I said in my video, my review, like we all want a flawless, successful launch of the game. We want this game to succeed. So fingers crossed. I'm hoping and praying. So you know what I'm saying. So yeah,
and tweak the rollback a little bit, just a little bit,
just a little tiny bit.
Yeah,
just a little bit.
Give us the option to set our rollback frames or however.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that one. Yeah,
I've had people comment that on my review. Like, it'd be cool if they gave us the option to do that or tweak it ourselves instead of having the game try to
automatically do it.
Yeah.
Or give us some type of like I said this in my video as well, like some type of filter for regions and stuff. Because there's not really a filter for that. So like stick with like the NA area, or like if you want to go and try Asia, you can. But I think a filter option will also be helpful. So
yeah. A lot of quality of life stuff.
Yeah.
We don't get it. SNK, you have some fans here that appreciate your games. We, just like you, just want a successful launch. We want as many people playing the games as possible because we want to play with more people, obviously. So, you know, we're going to be here for the long haul to the best of our abilities, of course. So, y'all keep doing y'all's thing, SNK. But we won't get out of here. In the interest of our boys' times here, you know, close out any final words you guys want to get out there. Say to SNK, say to the beautiful people out there on the YouTubes, you know what I'm saying? Yes, you guys on YouTube, yes, you are beautiful. Yes, all of you. Some of you, but the majority of you.
I wasn't going to say it. I'm glad you did. Oh, God. Well, first and foremost, I appreciate y'all for having me here.
Yeah, no problem.
Like, it's been a long time coming.
It's a long time coming.
Yeah, appreciate everybody's inputs on everything as far as the beta and the game itself. I appreciate all of y'all's content because I've been locked in, tapped into everything that y'all been putting out there. So I've been keeping track, keeping tabs, and all that good stuff. Let's just hoping, like Kensou just said, for a good launch, and hopefully this one can take SNK like further up there. They've been trickling their way up there, so let's just hope this one can kind of launch them a little bit more.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yep.
Edo. Teehee. Final words.
Honestly, I have no final words. I said what I had to say regarding the beta. Wanting to have a really great launch for the game. Only thing I really want to say is, you know,
that's right. I'll just say it for you. SNK
in the game.
SNK buff my. All
buff
right.
My, buff my girl. You know what I'm saying? She needs some buffs. You know what I'm saying? You know, add Blue Mary Yamazaki in the game. You know, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? You know, put Freeman in the game too for the homie swag.
He gonna make it.
You know what I'm saying? I had to.
Let's make him a complete character.
You know, so I had to give a quick shout out to the homie swag. You know, he got one of his characters. You know, let him get his other.
The set.
Yeah, he definitely. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. That is birthday boy right there. He got all.
This man.
He got all his shit. I'm sitting there like, I mean, I'm cool with Hotaru. For me, just real quick, because I'm definitely passing the mic to you. I was like, I gotta rep the Futaba family, regardless. Like, I get it. Gato not here. We'll go a little sis for the time being. Not a big deal. This man?
Little sis will beat my ass.
Scoop every time into leg lift. Scoop every time into leg lift.
No, don't worry about that. So
I'm scared for God. I'm not gonna hold you.
I'm scared.
I'm not scared. You about to catch these heads in 4K and I'm not even looking at you, dog.
I'm about to say, what is back turn, eyes closed? Like, damn.
Back turn counters and everything. Like,
bro, he ain't even got 4K. He can't see. That's
what I'm saying.
What the hell you mean 4K? My man watching it in 180p, fam.
That's a fact. That is a fact. 144. I can't see
My
shit.
man is watching in 50. Like, he ain't even in 100 shit.
Lord.
Everything's
just
so
listening.
fuzzy. It's just fuzzy. It's too fuzzy, pixelated.
I can hear your ass whooping coming, fam. Damn.
Other words. Look, SNK, if you're watching this, I know y'all are, because of course y'all big fans of us. Look, we understand y'all trying to get stuff going. You know, I peeped the tweet y'all promoted with KSI and them doing the boxing thing and mentioning Fatal Fury. Cool. Listen, just all y'all got to do, get matchmaking good, tweak the rollback. If it's not perfect, cool. We can deal with it on release, but at least get it to where people are getting matches quickly. You do that, we cooking with oil. We got something going. Just do that. Simplify the lobby stuff, the menus. Just streamline it, make it simple. It don't gotta be super duper pretty. We don't care about that. All right, everything we can worry about that later. Matchmaking, netcode, simple, clean. That, you know, no Kingdom Hearts, simple and clean. That's all y'all gotta do, and we be good. We be Gucci. Everything be straight. That's all I gotta say. Just simple and clean. That's the way it go. Code it. I'm gonna take it away.
I mean, you basically said everything. Like, make sure the launch is cool. Fix load times. Fix the matchmaking. Like, that's the most important thing, because we don't need no misinformation. We don't need people that don't play the game talking about something. I heard that don't work. No. Make sure all this is cool. Launch is perfect, and we be straight. You know, we need more people to come play the games, like Kev said. And at this point, like I said, gameplay wise, and I'm gonna bring it back to what I said in the first podcast. This is gonna be the game. When we play this, if you don't like this game, for whatever reason, at this point, after every other game, this game has fixed every other complaint. Just say you don't like SNK games, keep it pushing, and that's fine.
Yep.
Just gonna leave it at that.
Just
Say
Yeah.
you don't like SNK
Just say you
games,
don't like
keep
SNK
it pushing,
games.
and that is fine. We don't need you coming over here. But see, the way the no, stop.
Hey,
Cool
you
over here.
Hey,
We
don't
cool.
like Red Blow. You got
there.
drive impact over there.
Out here.
That's
Anna
facts.
gonna be out here throwing it back with a rocket, whatever. Go do. You could do all of that over there. We good.
Yo.
You know, Philly, thanks for visiting.
He said-
Thanks for visiting. You know, if they drop a second beta, you could come back through. The door's always open for sure if you wanna. But
No, have a
other
seat.
than that, we good on this side. Fix the matchmaker SNK, and we gonna be good on this side. That's it.
Yeah, happy over there.
Fact.
Just don't. You don't like it, just don't come over here with that BS. And just be honest. Just gonna be nice and just bring it out there.
I've heard it for too many years. I'm sure Rizzy heard it for too many years. Like, it's just we've been fans for such a long time. It's like, if there's any game to do it, it's got to be this one. It's got to be
It's
this one.
crazy. Like, you thinking back to KOF 14. Oh, I don't want to play this. It looks like a PS2 game. Okay, but the gameplay is fun. It's ugly. All right, KOF 15 come out. And now it looks like a PS3 game, but the gameplay is fun. Whatever. All right, this game's coming out. What's the excuse?
It's 1v1. It's the supers are cool. It's pretty. The music is fire. The gameplay is dope. There is no excuse this time. The only thing that they can have as an excuse is the matchmaking. SNK, you got the power to change that. If you fix that, SNK, please, you fix this one issue. I'm gonna be the most annoying person they have ever met in their life. I'm gonna be walking up Bullet Club style with the SNK logo, repping like crazy, kicking in Capcom doors, Street Fighter doors. I don't care. It's like, oh, y'all playing this? That's cute. Anyway, singing Chain Reaction, the main theme, all that. That's gonna be my thing.
I respect it.
You got the chance to do the greatest thing ever.
I respect it.
Just have to
man,
execute
that's
and get the small stuff fixed. That's all.
That's all we ask.
That's all we ask in
all we
SNK.
All we ask.
At least they're listening, because they really did acknowledge the fact that they know matchmaking isn't working. So
Yeah, that's
already also a good start.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't pull the favorite uncle. Hey, how you doing? And then leave for a couple years.
Please continue to
Back
do
there.
that.
Here's $100. You know.
Yeah, then we don't see them
go
for
for
a
it,
couple years. They come back. It's like they actually communicate with us and not just sharing birthdays. So we doing good.
Yeah. Yeah, again,
Yo, why you had to?
Well, I've been ragging on them for a long time about that. I don't care about this character's birthday. Talk about what's going on with the game. And they've been doing that.
Again, SNK, if you're watching, please continue to just staying
All I love.
communicating with us, and just
Communicate.
letting us know
All I love.
what's going on with the game. If you guys are able to do a second beta, you feel like the matchmaking and everything is fixed, please get that out as soon as possible before release, because we need to make sure this game launch is flawless, or just good as
close
possible.
as flawless as can be.
As close as good as possible.
Just get us some more.
Please keep doing what y'all doing.
Yep.
That's all I gotta say. You keep doing what y'all doing.
Pretty much.
With that being said, you guys see all the passion we have here for the SNK games. We got a lot of love for this Fatal Fury coming out. You guys are seeing it here first. This isn't just, it's all love from us, man. Trust. So, thank y'all for watching. Rizzy, appreciate you coming through.
Y'all for having me.
Shout out to Rizzy. Appreciate you, man.
We're going to sign out on this one. Y'all take care. We'll catch you in the next one. You already know what it is. Peace, peace, peace.